Hi, I'm Malcolm and welcome back to my shed. So you'll probably remember that we successfully fitted our top box to our W rack. So this is now the sort of the second part, the second phase as it were. This is where we get to fit the Craven panniers to the W rack. And this pretty much that you see before you here is everything that arrived with the panniers. And I have to say that these panniers, they're fine things. I mean, they really are. The quality of these is just terrific. They're beautifully made, handmade apparently. So well pleased with these. But as you can see here, this is all that's arrived with it, and there isn't any bracketry at all. So we're going to have to make up this bracketry to suit the bike, because Craven, you know, fair play to them, they said that they just didn't have any of the brackets to suit my particular bike, which of course is the Matchless G12, and which is the same as the AGS Model 31. So what we're going to have to do here is a little bit of engineering, in the sense of making up the brackets and also deciding where to fit these brackets to. Now, I'm going to be starting with the left-hand pannier, because that's the one that really that's the complicated one, because where the bracketry has to go, it has to navigate around all of the rear brake mechanism, and I mean, you know, you've got the spindle nuts and also the brake light switch and that kind of thing. So if we get that right, we get that installed, then the right-hand side should pretty much sort of follow suit. We shouldn't really have an issue with that. So let's get started on that. Now, what has arrived with the pannier here is these bits and pieces, and what we've got is a couple of what they call rubber bobbins, and what these do is these fit into the U-clamps here, which go onto the back of the pannier. So we've got two of those. I've painted these black. Now they come stainless steel self-colored, but I just prefer to just, you know, keep them black, and you know, so I've just painted those. We've also got a thing here called a pin lock. Now what this does is this actually goes inside the pannier, and this pin here will locate onto our brackets. And how this works is it's a quick release. It's a really nice thing, and what it does is it just locks the bottom side of the pannier, and just a press button, and it just releases, and it's a really nice touch. That I like that. We've also got a couple of sort of socket screws and nuts here. I think M5. We've got the washers. I made up some of these rubber washers, just a bit of anti-vibration more than anything else. And the other bits that actually come along with this are like L-shaped M8 rods. Now, I've already fitted these to the, well, I haven't really fitted them, I've just put them in place finger tight at this stage, because these are the top locators along the back of the pannier here. So there's nothing else for it really. I think we just need to just get the pannier hung onto these L-shaped brackets, and then just see where we go from there. And we'll just need to just sort of design some bracketry for the Matchless G12. So nothing else for it, just need to get on with it, and we'll get it done. So I've set these L-shaped threaded bar brackets here to a distance of 5 1/4 inches between centres, leaving about an inch either side here, really to just allow a little bit of movement, because again, you know, it was the same with the top box and the rack. It's difficult to know just exactly how it's going to look once it's actually on the road with weight on it, because, you know, we've got all of the weight off the bike here on the ramp. So so this is one of the reasons for making sure that all of the holes in the bracketry is elongated, just to make sure that we can get some adjustment in there. But how this will fit on is that this will actually just hang on those two rods, those two L-shaped rods. And what we have to do is make up the bracketry from here down, and then somehow steady this from this point here out to the center. So, or even just to the edge, but just enough to actually just to stop this from swaying in and out. So really, the first thing to do is to put our two U-clamps onto the back of the pannier here, roughly in this position. So we'll need to measure this out, and we'll do that now. So really there's nothing scientific about this apart from just getting this marked, so we can then sort of get it on the bench and then sort of accurately mark out where the holes are to go. So the only thing I can really do is just eye this up roughly in position, and then just take some marks. Pretty much like that at the moment, and then we can then sort of see where we are from there. So we can see now where we actually made our marks, and if you remember, I'd roughly set the brackets on the rack. That was the L-shaped brackets to 5 1/4 between the centres, and if we have a look here, we can see that we've got 5 1/4 on these two marks here. Now I realise obviously these are not in line. That's because really the whole thing slipped when I was doing it. But what I know is that this line here and that line there are actually a 5 1/4 between the centres. Now this was taken actually on the outside edge of the brackets, so I can afford to come in just a bit here. And that is roughly, I think, where that should go. Now, I'm looking for about 4 1/2 between the, should centralize it. There's 4 1/2 there. And there's 4 1/2 there, so we need to be somewhere in around about that point there. I reckon that's where we need to be. So we need to now, I need to get a distance from the top, and I'll just go and measure that on the bike just now. So this is the back of the left-hand pannier now sort of marked out, and as we can see now, this is really X marks the spot of where we're going to position our U-clamps to put our little toggle or bobbin rubbers in here, to sort of fit in that there like that. And what that will do then is that will then hang on to the to those L brackets that are already on the frame. So I think next thing really is just to get drilling and see how it works in. This is a 5mm drill I'm going to be drilling through with. There are holes drilled. So that's our brackets on. Now the moment of truth.